Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. We're about ready to get started. Give us about 5 minutes. We'll go on at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Going to be a heck of a show, a crazy show. My suggestion to you is grab a drink, make it a strong one. If it's root beer, go straight root beer, no ice. You're going to need it. Grab a milk, grab a straw, grab a spoon, and grab some chocolate sauce. It's going to be one of those kind of nights. Anyway, we'll see you guys shortly. Two minutes till showtime. 2 minutes until show. Thank you, too. I'll explain that tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. It's good to see everybody out there. Elias, hi. Shelly, hello, my darling. Roger, good to see you. Sean, good to see you. I saw Brenda come on earlier. I saw, who else did I see come on earlier?
Gilberta.
Pete, I saw Pete, Gilberta. Hi, everybody. It is showtime. Oh my goodness. Wow. Oh. Had to turn on my teleprompter. Good grief. Good evening, everybody. I need my teleprompter, otherwise I'm so scatterbrained, anybody that knows me will tell you, I can go in a million directions, loop you back around, and bring you back down to the original direction that I was going, except we'll go down like 1,000 different side streets to get there. We've got some guests in the audience tonight. Kansas is under what we call a Phase 1 opening. We're going into a Phase 1.5. We're not going to go right into Phase 2 here. We're going to go into Phase 1.5, which is where state-run casinos can open, cannot open, but tribal casinos can open. And I want to start out the show tonight. I don't get political on the show, but I want to start out the show a little bit speaking from experience as a Jewish guy. And I want to tell you this is amazing to me that we're going to allow the tribal casinos to open. before the state casinos open. And to me, what that says is we're willing to let our tribal casinos be the test places for COVID-19 upsurgences. And I think that is one of the most disgusting things I've ever heard in my life, is using tribal people and tribal facilities as guinea pigs. So congratulations, everybody that wanted to make the money. We're there, and I'm afraid that many of our people are going to die and suffer, because it's not just the folks that are going to the casinos that are going to bring the disease and leave the disease, but I've got friends and family working in the casinos that have to be there all the time. And what they're going to be wearing, I hope, they're going to be wearing these. This is another part of the show tonight. I'll get back to these in a minute. First of all, the niche books, and I'll get back to my rant and rave in a minute. See, I can go a million different directions. The niche books are going out. The niche books are going out, and thank you to everybody that has signed up for the seminar. But I want to address the seminar a little bit. This is one of the books. It doesn't have the worksheets in it. It's a little thicker with the worksheets, but these are going out. And part of tonight is addressing the niche program, which we put out, released to the public in 2017, I think. Is that right? Is that when we released that? Mm-hmm. To the public in 2017, we started selling that to people that wanted to learn how to niche. And it had been just something that we've done all of our lives. I've learned how from my mentors. And what niching is finding a place for your talents, for your skills, whatever those are, finding a place where you can excel. I call it the big fish in a little pond experience, because literally what you're doing is taking the talents, taking things that you love to do, and you're putting them in a directional flow so that you can make money and do what you love to do, and do that under almost any circumstances. So I said I wanted to touch on niche tonight. The books are going out. Thanks for everybody that signed up. As you sign up for niche, your book will be emailed to you, and just print it out and start working on the worksheets. The program itself is on the 30th. We had to move it to the 30th because I love people. And I had a lot of people get in touch with me and tell me that they just couldn't do it if it was any earlier than the 30th. And I did it. I hear what you're saying, and so we moved it to the 30th. So let me talk about niche. Niching is a program. It's a program that's about 40 years old. I started niching when I was much, much younger. And it was brought about by a question that one of my mentors asked me. And my mentor said, and if you saw the newspaper article that I posted about earlier this week, when I was just a kid, I was 19 when one of my mentors sat me down and said, all right, String, what do you want to do? You've got two roads you can take. You can become absolutely famous and well known around the world for your magic, or you can make a living doing your magic the rest of your life. And I thought about that, and I said, you know what? I want to make a living doing my magic the rest of my life. I don't need to be famous. I don't need everybody to, I don't want to be a household name. And he immediately began teaching me what niching was all about. How to niche, how to build a niche, how to revolve a niche, how to adapt a niche, so that I would never be out of work, so that I would never go hungry, so that my family would never go hungry. And there's an old joke in magic, and the joke in magic is, what's the difference between a magician and a large pizza? And the joke is, a large pizza can feed a family of 4. Well, folks, I raised 12 teenagers at home, 12 kids, a lot of teenagers at home, and we had a lot of large pizza nights. What did we do? It was like we would buy 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 large pizzas, and the kids would make pizza sandwiches. I spend generally, when we're not at home under quarantine, we spend about 40 weeks a year out on the road. I've never had a problem feeding my family, no matter what I had to do, and that's because of niching. It's hard work. You're not going to get things that are going, yes it is. Just to do this show that you guys are watching, so for anybody that decides that they want to do their own show, just to do this show, we're putting in between 20 and 30 hours a week just to produce this little 30, maybe a little bit longer tonight, minute spot. So it's a lot of work. Niching is no different. It's a lot of work. I'm not going to give you the program and you're going to get it and you're going to sit through a seminar with me, and the next thing you know, tomorrow morning your phone is going to ring. It doesn't work that way. There's a lot of work that goes into working. That is why they call it show business. So that's what niching, doesn't matter how you say it. Athena's in the background going, really doesn't matter. Niche is the approved way of saying it, thanks to the dictionaries, niche. But it doesn't matter what you call it. For Pete's sakes, it's that you do it. $25 is what we're getting for the seminar, and I've got to tell you about that, $25. Normally it goes for $500, so I'd say we're doing pretty good. What I'm hoping to do is I've got a lot of tech involved with the streaming platform and the room that we've got to have everybody go into, and so we're hoping to break even. I'd love to make some money on it. I've got bills to pay too. That's why I'm not giving it away. If you have a problem paying $25, because I know some people out there are going, man, $25, I ain't got $25. If you have a problem with $25, would you reach out to me?
Honestly.
Honestly. And Athena says, come on now, don't take advantage of me. I've got to feed my family too. If you're having a problem coming up with $25, I want to talk to you. I want to talk to you about niching. I want to get you into the program. So if you have a problem, get in touch with me. We'll talk. I don't want to text. I don't want an IM. I want to actually physically talk to you over the phone. Because if you really can't afford it, but niching appeals to you, I want you in the seminar. All right? So please get in touch with me. I know some of you are strapped. For $25 is a lot of money. I got to tell you, looking at the lights that we've got here, I'm strapped too. And $200 was a lot of money. But I wanted you to be able to see me each and every week that we're going to do this. So I put out. I've got to be honest with you, the show is paying for, could you turn those on now? I forgot. Athena's going, what lights? You're not, you're in the dark. Oh, this would be good. The buttons are on the front of the lamps here. On the front. Front is toward me. No. Yes? See them?
The red buttons?
Don't push up, you'll move the lamp. There you go. Hold the lamp. Athena's learning how to be a tech. I'll be interested in seeing if this looks any different. I'll go back and play the video and see if...
Oh, yeah, you're much better now.
Honey, I was much better when we started. Thank you for noticing. Here I am talking about lights, and Athena's going, you're in the dark. We bought the lights, and thank goodness the purchases that you've made because you've seen magic on the program. Folks, that's how we're eating. That's what's keeping us going. It puts gas in the car. And that's part of niching, is what we do. We sell a niching program. We sell magic. We consult. That's what we do. I can't wait to get back to working for casinos, because we're going to do that through the modern technique of tech. But we'll give that some time before we start after the casinos. They've got to recover first. So good evening. I'm going to talk to you about a few books, because I've been posting books all week. A friend of mine asked me what books gave me food for thought. And so I want to share that with you. First of all, my book gives me food for thought. This is free. If you will let me know you want this, just IM me. Let me know you want it, and I'll email it to you. It's a PDF. It is absolutely fun. It's called Cheap Tricks, the tricks that won't get you busted. It's bar bets and magic that you can do. And it's a great primer to get people into magic. It's got some simple magic in it. It's got some great bar bets in it. But I got to tell you, bar bets, kids, listen to me. Look around. Maybe the adults are not paying attention. Bar bets for kids can be used in the house. Like if you want mom or dad to do your chores, make them a little bet. And if they can't answer to your bet, have them do your chores for you. You're welcome. Uncle Barron is looking out for you. Granddad's looking out for you guys, huh? You guys want a copy of Granddad's book so that mom and dad will have to do your chores? They're all over there giving me thumbs up. We've got a studio audience because we're allowed some liberties these days. And Athena and I didn't want to go out to a bar, and we don't want to go to a restaurant, and we don't want to go to a casino. The one thing that we've really been missing is our grandchildren, more than anything else in the world. And so tonight we thought, let's have them here for, they're our studio audience. Studio audiences, you guys, they clap and they yell really loud.
See?
Really loud.
You can yell.
Shut up in the house. How many times have I told you, don't yell in the house? Don't throw anything at Granddad while he's filming. So we've got Cheap Tricks. It's absolutely no charge. I just want to send it to you. It's fun. It's like 10 pages, 11 pages of fun. It's free, for Pete's sakes. I want to do something out of cheap tricks. Now, if you guys know the answer to this, shh, okay, don't yell out the answer because they may not know. But here's the riddle. Are you ready for a riddle?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I've got 9 horse stalls. See the horse stalls?
Mm-hmm.
I've got 9 horse stalls. I got 10 horses.
Mm-hmm.
How do I put 10 horses into 9 horse stalls? You can't put 2 horses in one stall. You can't hang a horse over the wall between the stall. No, one of the horses is not pregnant. But how in the world am I going to get those 10 horses into those 9 stalls? This is a book we're thinking about re-releasing. I haven't heard a word from the mental community, the mind-reading community. I know I've got a few magicians that watch us on here. This is Gene Marvin's Confidential Mental Secrets. It was never released commercially. We had this printed up, and we would sell these at our mind-reading shows, and I think we got like $5 for them.
Zoe.
What's that?
Zoe's upset because you didn't say hi to her.
Zoe, hello, my darling. I would have said hi, but I didn't know you were there. Nani had to tell me you were there. Hi, baby. It's good to see you. I love you. Guess who's watching? Your cousin is watching.
Love you, Zoe.
Who?
Hi,
Oh, they love you. Hi, Zoe.
Hi, Zoe.
That's Blake and Alex and Tori over there. You'll see them in a minute. Blake is happy. The other ones are like, yes, really, I'm going to get you up here so that they can see your faces. And they got to see what y'all have done to your hair. Because wow, Nani won't let Granddad do that. It went for $5, but I got to tell you, there's so much information in here. Stuff that wasn't in Corinda, stuff that wasn't in any mental books, stuff that Gene Marvin had adapted and brought up into the 21st century. Gene Marvin's Confidential Mental Secrets. If we reproduce this, what magicians or mind readers would be interested in buying it? Right now, I've got the soul copies of it, and I've got to tell you, a couple of things that we've sold, and we've sold them for several $100s, come from this book right here. So what would it be worth? Should I do it? Should I bother? Maybe I should just keep it for myself and keep releasing things for $500 out of it. Let me know, would you? I want to hear from you guys. I need you to make some noise. So I put out a list on my Facebook page, on my wall, for people to read. And I think it's really important at this point that if we're stuck inside, if you are not an essential worker, if you are stuck inside, it's really important for us to keep up our PMA, our positive mental attitude, and to find books that are good, easy reads. Nothing here is a difficult read. Find books that are a good, easy read for yourself. I've got QBQ. If you're a business person, you have to have QBQ. I've got this one, Lives of a Showman. Now, Mark, I know you're not watching. Mark Lewis isn't watching because he can't figure out how to work Facebook Live. Otherwise, I think he'd be watching. Guys, we kid Mark a whole lot. We give him a lot of grief online. This is one of the most genius minds in magic, in pitch, that I've ever talked to in my entire life. And if you don't have this book, you should. If you get this book, you will get work. If you do not get work, once you get this book, you do not want work, and that's all there is to it. This is a fantastic book. Plus, it's the story of his life, and if you read the book, then you can kid him more mercilessly on Facebook like I do. Don't be mean. I recently saw a guy being pretty mean to Mark, and I got to tell you, Mark may not know this. Perfect. Mark may not know this. But I hold him in the highest regard. And I don't take lightly to meanness toward anybody. Mark Lewis doesn't deserve that. I know he loves it. He revels in it. But I got to tell you, that guy's got a heart of gold, and you need to read his words. I will not stand for people on my wall being rude to him. And I just wanted to put that out there. If I see it again, I'm going to block you. I don't care who you are. So be cool to my friends. This is Fly Like a Bumblebee. What a great book. We'll talk more about this in future episodes. Written by Bob Clam. Did you illustrate this one?
No, not that
Athena did not illustrate this one. Athena illustrated several of Bob's books. This is not one. You should have.
That was published before we met him.
I think we were going to go do it again, but Fly Like a Bumblebee, that's a fantastic book.
What is the name of Mark Lewis's book?
Oh, the name of Mark Lewis's book. Did you guys get the name of the book that I just showed you? The name of Mark Lewis's book is The Lives of a Showman. And look, it is a girthy book. It's a good book. Get the hardcover. And do me a favor. I'm so glad you asked. Thank you. Who asked?
Benita Yoder.
Benita, I'm glad you asked. Get the book, and what I would love to have you guys do, find Mark. He's always on my page. He's always got a snide comment to make. He's always plugging his things on my pages. Would you buy from Mark, please? Don't buy an ebook, and don't go where he's not going to make the best profit. Because I'd like to see Mark make as much off of that as he possibly can. So there are those. That book. Can you see that?
Yes.
It's good. This is one of my favorite books. Enough said. No, I'm not going to say the name of it. Fish is another book we're going to be talking about. Kind of doesn't smell anymore. Because this is not the autographed copy. I have an autographed copy of this that the guys autographed for us. I think when we bought a salmon, and I don't know what else we bought. But because it's by the folks that own and operate the fish market at Pike's Place in Seattle. And when I took it to them, I wasn't even thinking, and I said, "Ooh, autograph this." My copy is smudged up with fish guts inside and signed, and it still smells a little bit fishy. But it's a great book. Talk Like Ted. What can I say? It's 9 public speaking secrets. They're not really secrets, but that sells books. That said, this is a remarkable book. And if you're going to be a public speaker, if your job is in public, and public now means a whole new thing, doesn't it? I'm in public right now in the comforts of my own home. If you're going to be a public speaker, there are some things that you need to get used to, that you need to do. And get the book. We'll talk about that book. Now, for the most important books that I want to talk to you about tonight. First and foremost, ladies and gentlemen, Who Moved My Cheese? It's by Spencer Johnson, MD. And it's an amazing way to deal with change in your work and in your life. Who Moved My Cheese? Ladies and gentlemen, we're dealing with the greatest change that most of us have ever seen in our lifetimes. It's not my first pandemic, but for many people it is their first pandemic. It's their first big anything. And it's scary and it's big, and you almost feel like somebody took your favorite stuffy or your favorite tie or pillow and hid it from you. And so that's the gist of the book, Who Moved My Cheese? Because it makes us upset and it scares us. Some people it pisses them off. I handle it differently than you do. But this book talks about all the different ways that people handle moving of their cheese. This is book 2 of a 2-book series. The other book would be right here, but I gave it away. I think I gave it to you, William Draven. I'm not sure. The first book is called Whack in the Side of the Head. And the second book is called Kick in the Seat of the Pants. And so you get a whack in the side of the head, and it's a book about ideas and how to get ideas. And Frank Zach, bless you, I am forever in your debt, but you knew that anyway. Frank got a hold of me after I put out the 2 books, these 2 books that I suggest everybody get. And Frank asked, a couple of people asked, but Frank asked me if I had the Whack Pack, which is the book that goes with Whack in the Side of the Head. And I said no, and honestly, I priced the Whack Pack, and it's only $22, but I kind of like to hang on to my $22. I don't need the Whack Pack right now to buy. I want it so bad, but Frank got in touch with me. Frank Zach got in touch with me and said, hey, I've got an extra one. I'll send it to you next week. He's sending me some other stuff, and you'll see what he's sending me. I'll be doing it on the show. And so I've got a Whack Pack coming. Boy, that's fun to say. A Whack Pack to go with my whack in the side of the head and kick in the seat of the pants. I just got whacked in the side of the head. It cost me $2.86 because I ordered a lightly used copy. I don't care if it's new or used. I'm really hoping that they made notes in it. I used to buy all my college books used at the used bookstore because I would get everybody else's notes. And so I'd be like one ahead of everybody else. So I'm hoping the used book's got notes in it. If it doesn't when I get it, it will when I start using it. All of these books are great to keep your juices flowing, to keep you excited, to keep you moving in the right direction, to keep you enthusiastic. So there are my books.
Gilberta says Golden Eagle's not opening up till June 1st.
Golden Eagle is opening for their employees next week.
Okay.
Yeah, they will not open to the public until June 1st, but they open up for their employees next Tuesday. I think they go back to work, and they're going to start cleaning and whatever. But then June 1st, they'll open up to the public. They're not even ready with their sanitary measures yet. I've seen just about everybody's plans in the casino world, and I haven't seen a single plan out there that considers what's really going to kill people and really going to spread the virus. But nobody's asking me, and folks, I consult the casinos. That's not information I'm going to give out on Facebook for free. If somebody from a casino is listening and you want to know what you're missing that's going to get you sued, that's going to get the public sick, going to get your employees sick, and going to get you shut down, give me a call. We'll discuss it. I'm a consultant. This is what I do for a living. And every plan I've seen has forgotten the major thing in the casino that's going to kill people. These are mine. I wear them when I'm out. Every time I'm out, I wear these. And so let's head into crazy, shall we? Because that's what tonight's show is all about, is crazy, isn't it? How crazy this week has been. And so tonight's show is more ranting. I've got a couple of things I want to do tonight, but we're going to head into crazy. Went out tonight, had to go to Walmart, had to pick up garlic bread so that the kids could have some garlic. This is not settled down like I would have it for a show, and so it flips. It doesn't do that during the show because I go through, it's got screws and stuff on the bottom. I went out to Walmart tonight after they'd lifted some of the state's requirements a little bit, and fewer people are wearing masks. It's almost like we're done. We're finished with this. Folks, we're not finished with this. If you've got a mask, wear it. If you don't, get one and wear it. I don't wear... And look, you think I'm happy? You think I'm happy wearing that? I'm not happy. It's not comfortable. I don't like it. It's restricting. Although it does help, right? Look at that. It does help the appearance. It hides the goatee, though. That upsets me. Do you think I want to wear one of these? I don't want to wear one of these. Do you know why I wear one of these? I'll tell you why. It's not for you. Or it's not for me. One of the reasons that I'm comfortable having the grandkids over here tonight is they wear their masks, we wear our masks. They practice cleanliness at their house, we practice cleanliness at our house. I don't wear the mask for me. I don't think the mask is going to stop any microbes from getting to me. I wear this for the people around me. If I've been exposed to the virus, I don't want to give it to you, and even if you show no symptoms, I don't want you taking it to your kids. I don't want you taking it to your mother, your grandmother, your grandfather. I wear this for you. Not that it's comfortable for me, not that I like it, I don't. I wear it so I don't get you sick. And I look at it this way. People that aren't wearing masks, they don't care very much for me. They have no empathy. They could care less about the people around them. They're selfish is what they are, because you don't care if I get sick. But if both of us are wearing a mask, pretty much, we're going to stay healthy. If you remember to wash your hands and I'm a face toucher. I found that I touch my face all the time. So wash your hands before you touch your face, and don't forget to wash your face. I'm also paying close attention to washing my glasses these days. They get sprayed down with alcohol. Our eyes are a viral entrance in our body. And so I thank goodness I wear glasses, but if somebody snots all over me, the snot's going on the glasses. I'm going to wipe the glasses off with alcohol, and I'm still going to wear my mask so that I don't breathe anything out your way. And there's my rant about the mask. Get a mask. I hate seeing these people that say they can't find them. My wife is making them. How hard is it to find? I see people all over Facebook. Jade Jewel, I don't know how many hundreds of masks she's made. I see tons of people out there making masks. Folks, you're not asking or something. I don't know what's up. But if your excuse at this point is, I can't get a mask, bullshit. You're selfish. Everybody can get a mask. Okay? There we go. I want to try something tonight. And he doesn't know. So it's a surprise. And it's such a surprise that his mom and dad are at home going, oh my God, we didn't dress him for this. But I don't care. I don't want him dressed up. I just want you to meet this guy who I'm going to bring up here. And he's very small. And in fact, he's smaller than the average guy his age, which is fine. He's really cool. Blake, would you come up here? You know, there's like 10 billion people out there watching you. That's good. Come on. Is that good? Do you feel like you're at the police station? And Grandpa's gonna take you down. You gonna help me out with something? Yeah? Alright. You nervous? Yeah, that's good. Get over that. You don't need to be nervous. We're gonna, I get rid of those. We're gonna have some fun with a couple pieces of string, okay? And these two pieces of string have a story that go with them. And the story that goes with them is about a circus and a strongman. A strongman at a circus. You ever seen a strongman? Oh, Blake, they can do amazing things. They can lift cars up above their heads. They're strongmen. Get it? They can lift an elephant on one hand. They're strongmen. Get it? Cool. How strong are you? You want to find out? Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to take two pieces of string. And I am going to hang on to the two pieces of string. And I'm going to give you one end there and one end there. And put it in pulling, what I call pulling position, so that you're ready to pull these two strings apart. Okay, so pulling position here. Oh, let's pull that down through your hand a little bit more. There you go. Let's pull that down. Oh, there you go. Now this is pulling position. You understand? So when I ask you to pull, you're going to pull this way and you're going to pull this way. Keep your hands up here so that everybody can see. Okay, you ready? So the strong man at the circus used to take two pieces of string, give a very gentle tug. That's pretty tight, isn't it? Now I'm just holding that with my finger and my thumb. The strong man at the circus would give a person two pieces of string, and the strong man would pinch those two pieces of string right there. And when those people gave that a gentle tug, give it a gentle tug, they could not pull those pieces of string apart. Just like you cannot pull those pieces of string apart. I got to go up and see the strong man. And I got to hold the string. And I let the strong man pull it apart. And guess what happened? Pull, pull. Gently, gently. Tug, tug. Nothing happened. You know why? I knew the strong man's secret. The strong man's secret was that by pinching and holding those two ends tightly, nobody could pull those ends from his fingers because of science. In physics, it cannot be done. Now, you know what I did? I gave the strong man an extra challenge. And I said, I'm going to put those two pieces of string in my hand just like this. And I bet, Mr. Strongman, that you still cannot pull those two pieces of string apart. And he tried. He tried and tried. And you know what happened, Blake? Keep that string stretched there. You know what happened? The strong man could not pull those two pieces of string apart. And do you know why? Because Granddad is a magician. And when Granddad offers a challenge, you can bet there's going to be some magic involved. Whoa, thank you. This is Blake. Blake is 7, and we have the twins. I'm going to bring the other twin up after a bit here. We have the twins, and their brother and sister, Blake and Alex, or Alexis, or Lexi, or Alexandria, or Alley Cat. Blake, if you'd go back and sit with your sisters, thank you for helping out, buddy. Wash your hands, because Greta touched you, and Greta itched his butt with that hand.
Oh.
No, get back over here. He's going to do it. So these are my grandkids, folks. That's one of them, and that's the Strongman Secret. Oh, my goodness. It's crazy. So I got to tell you what happened this week that's been absolutely nuts. And it's a shame the grandkids have to sit here and sit through this. But I guess everybody's got the COVID lockdown blues. I got the COVID lockdown blues. And I'm gonna pick on every motherfucking thing you do. Whoops, Greta's gonna get his mouth washed out. Let's go. And so I put something out on Facebook, and I normally don't get torn up on Facebook. But I put something out because here's what I'm seeing some performers out there going like, our careers are over, it's ended. Oh, we're dead. The industry is dead. We'll never work again. Well, look, right now the industry ain't all that alive, right? Unless you look in the right place. Have you found the internet? Have you seen the streaming show? I've got a show that I'm going to watch tomorrow, one that I'm going to watch Sunday. The one tomorrow is a variety show. Brother Jonathan Molo putting on a variety show tomorrow, y'all. And if you're not there, we're trying to raise some money for some needed stuff. If you're not there, shame on you. But all these artists out there, all these performers going, it's over. My career is over. I might as well get a job. Well, you got a job. We're not unemployed. We're self-employed. And I said that on a post. If you're that willing to give up, you were never one of us to begin with. And I took some heat. Like one person said, obviously I don't know about show business. That's why I posted the picture of me at the age of 13 working at the Showboat Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas, Nevada at the age of 13. I'm 60 now. You're right. I don't know nothing about show business. The article is not, the two articles are not from when I'm 13. One is when I was 17, and when I was 17, I was working in a show called Le Disco Parisien in Las Vegas, headlining in a show at 17. The other one is from when I was 19, working at the Maxim Lounge, opening up for a group called Brooklyn Bridge. And they were a fantastic group. You might know them, the song that they were most famous for. Tony Roberts, I believe Tony Roberts did a song called Hey Girl, You're Getting Married, or So You're Getting Married. And that was their like big claim to fame. And I opened for them at the age of 19. So you're right. I'm 60 now. I was professionally working Vegas when I was 13. What do I know about show business? So that's one of the things. Obviously, I don't know about show business. Don't know how any of this works. The other one is I got, not everyone can be independently wealthy like you are. Folks, I work for a living just like everybody else. Not independently wealthy. You're going to ask anybody, ask my banking. Let me tell you what happened. Excuse me. Let me tell you what happened to get us to this point where we are today. 3 months, January, February, March, April, May, 5 months into COVID-19. We're 5 months into COVID-19. January, I started losing my business. By March, I'd lost all my business. 40 weeks of the year went out the door. Over $100,000 in contract, out the door. But that $100,000 sound like a lot of money, but let me explain to you. If you'll remember, last Thanksgiving, not this, but last Thanksgiving, the sewer in our house decided to blow up. And when we got home in September, end of September, we found our house, the roof had collapsed and it had rained inside. It was a total loss. We lost our furniture. We lost some things that we loved dearly. I lost jackets. Athena lost clothing. We lost a lot of the grandkids. It was a total loss. So we went from...
Grandkids stuff, not grandchildren.
What's that?
Grandkids stuff, not with the
Yeah,
grandchildren.
we didn't lose a grandchild. We lost grandkids stuff. Grandchildren stuff. It was a total loss. And so we had the sewer that blew up. We had the mold that we lost our houses and everything. We had to move. By that time, we thought, we really need 2020 because that's the only way we're going to stay afloat is 2020. And look what 2020 brought to us. Yes, I'm still smiling. Yes, I'm going to get through today and tomorrow. And yes, I'm going to pull my family through today and tomorrow.
And yes,
independently
in
wealthy.
January.
What's that?
They're asking in January. Yes, in January.
Yes,
Sorry.
in January. January it began for us. Our industry knew what was coming because don't forget, the gaming industry is based in Asia. Most of what we have coming our way comes from Asia, timing-wise. And so Asia, Hong Kong, China, let us
Macau.
know what was going to happen economically. Macau let us know what was going to happen with casinos. Folks, Macau shut down, flat out shut down. And we knew it was coming. So our industry saw it was coming, and in January, we started to level. And then in March, the first week of March, we lost everything. We had already paid everything that we had to move and to keep our bills current. And so when we came into, when our last contract canceled, we had nothing. Absolutely nothing. But one thing. We had one thing. We had niching. Niching. And so Athena and I sat down and talked, and we said, okay, we've got to do something. We've got to pay bills. And by the way, our bills are current. And that's largely thanks to many of you watching, purchasing, buying magic or consulting time. We appreciate that more than you'll ever know. We are niching ourselves a living until we can get back to our normal living, and I'm probably guessing it's going to be 6 months at least until we're back out there. We're booking school shows. We are booking birthday parties. We are booking consulting. We are booking things that we love, that we do in a whole new way, a way that we've never done it before. So you can be really depressed and bummed about it, or you can find these new ways. Somebody asked me the other night, how are you liking the online? Terrifies me, scares the heck out of me. I'm loving it. It's absolutely phenomenal. And so, what else did we hear? We heard independently wealthy. Somebody said that I'm privileged. I'm privileged. So I want to answer to that. And I'm not naming names. I just want to answer to this here on my show. It's my show. I can do what I want. I'm privileged. Hearing the story you just heard, I'm not privileged. I grew up Jewish. I'm not privileged. Last fall, I was spat at while trying to pay my bills by a man who looked at me and said, Jew. How much less privileged can I be? The only way I could be less privileged is be black. That is how I could be less privileged. Also, arrogant. You know what?
Yeah.
Arrogant. I'm sure of myself. I know where I'm going. I know how to help people get there. I don't know if I'm arrogant or if I'm passionate, but I'll let you decide. One person said I'm arrogant. I ain't going to let it bug me, but you better get to know me before you toss your shade my direction. I guess I'm going to put it to you this way. If someone laid out a buffet for you, and they said, there's your buffet, there's all the food, and you're hungry, there's your buffet. Someone laid out a buffet and you didn't eat. How is it their fault that you're still hungry? So I don't know if you noticed, I stopped showing food pictures because I was getting some heat for my plate food. You know what? I can feed my family. I can dress well. I can feed my family well. There's no reason you can't either. So maybe stop tossing the shade on my page. I've unfollowed those folks. Some of them got blocked. I'm over it, but I just wanted to let you know they're there. Chaos has order. Chaos has order. We found this out way back when. In a casino. And we got automatic shuffle machines. Chaos has order. And these automatic shuffle machines, they would be used to shuffle cards up. You would take the cards out of the sleeve. These, by the way, I think it's really funny because to me it looks like a box. But in the casino industry, we call this a sleeve. And woo! And we call this a brick. Whatever's going into your shoe is a brick. Whether it's an 8-deck shoe or a 4-deck shoe, a 6-deck shoe, that's a brick. But order in chaos. What I'd like to do tonight, do we have a bunch of people watching? Do we have like 4
Oh,
people
no, we've
watching?
got a lot of people watching.
So what I would like to do, name somebody who's watching, like who's been really active so we know they're watching.
Lisa Katari, Pete Walterside, Benita Yoder.
Let's go with Pete. Pete, are you still here?
Yep.
He says, yep. Pete, what I'd like you to do is I've got 3 decks of red and I've got 3 decks of blue. What would you like me to use? Red decks or blue decks? So I'm going to put these cards back in the sleeve. They won't be used. All of these cards are sealed, factory sealed, ready to go out on a gaming table. What would you use, Pete? Red decks or blue? We have an answer from Pete?
Not yet.
Somebody tell me, somebody select red or blue decks. Red decks or blue decks. The first one to say red or blue is the color I'm going to use.
About 20 seconds.
And Athena says you get about a 20-second lag, so she'll be answering while I'm killing time to see which set we're going to use, red or blue. All the cards are sealed.
Red.
We're going to use red.
Dan Lurie.
Anne-Marie, thank
Dan.
you. Huh?
Dan said it.
Dan said we're going to use red. So Dan, I've got 3 decks. I've got one that's to your left, one that's to your center, and one that's to your right. What deck would you like me to use? Left, center, or right? Your left, your right, center. I'm just going to start taking anybody.
Right.
The right. So your right is going to be this one?
Yeah.
Yes? All right. Then those will go away. So we've chosen a deck of cards. We're going to use this deck of cards. Come here, Victoria. You know why I'm picking on you? Because you're taller. So get over here. You're going to get cut off if you go past that. And not like I've cut you off before. This is the young lady that I cut in half. Have I ever burnt your head? That's next. Yeah, maybe.
No.
And I told everybody I was going to put Tori on the spot tonight. Because I haven't asked you lately, are you doing anything with your magic?
I've been trying. I did something yesterday.
Did you? So you're doing your magic. Victoria has been dabbling with magic since she was 7.
2.
Well, 2, but I mean 7 when we got her the first DVD from Gary Darwin, right? She was 7. And then she's got some awesome magic, y'all. Stuff I'd like to have, but she's got because we got it for her. So I said to her when she was like 8, well, what are you going to do with magic? And she said, Greta, I'm going to do a magic show. Remember that? No? And you said that you were going to have, what were your assistants going to be? Do you remember what your assistants were going to be? She said, I'm not going to have girl assistants, I'm going to use guy assistants. And they're going to wear whatever I tell them. And do you remember what you named your show?
Victoria's Secret.
Victoria's Secrets. For a magic show. Victoria's, do you know what Victoria's Secrets is? You know what Victoria's Secrets is. It's that store in the mall that we go to with the, oh yeah. So anyway, come on up here. Don't lean on that. Check the deck out. Just make sure it's sealed up, would you? Pretty good, huh? Now that is called a security seal. You know why it's called a security seal? I'll show you. It is called a security seal, young lady. You getting the idea? Yeah. Because to get into this deck,
You go cray cray. You go cray cray. You go cray cray.
I I would say the security seal is broken now, right? Pretty much, except there's another seal. There's an inside seal. So we're going to break that right now. Before I came on tonight, Athena was watching me do some warm-ups, and she said, your hands are hurting, aren't they? I said, they are. When you get old, you get arthritis. All right, Tori, so the deck is open. Now, folks, I want to tell you, watch how these come out of the deck, just like that. And I'm going to get rid of, this is a garbage card, and that is a joker, that is a joker, and this is a garbage card. And so this is how they've come out of the pack. I'm just going to spread those about like that. So this is what we call new deck order, and you don't have to memorize it. It's always going to be in the same order. Ace through king in spades, ace through king in diamonds, king through ace in clubs, and king through ace in hearts. New deck order, pretty simple, right? You want to see something really weird? In new deck order, when these cards come out of the package, they're facing a special direction. Now you think Greta's making that up? It's 100% true. Kinda. She said, yeah, kinda. It's 100% true. Check this out. Now, I'm hoping you can see this on camera. Normally, we've got surveillance cameras that are shooting this to a big screen. But the way these cards came out of the pack, for instance, the ace of spades. You see how that point on that is pointing out? All right. On the three of spades, do you see how the two are pointing out and one points back?
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys can see that. I'll lift that out of there. These two are pointing out, one is pointing back. When I get to the five, can you see those three? These are called pips. You see the three pips point out and the two point back?
Yeah.
Check out the seven. The seven is really cool. See how the pips all point that way?
Yeah.
See the extra pip? It's on that side of the card. It's not here, it's there. So everything's pointing away, right?
Yeah.
Pretty cool. Now, check this out. It works in all the other suits, too. If we get to the clubs, can you see which way the club is pointed?
Yes.
Yep. And if we go to the seven, can you see the seven here pointed out?
Yeah.
Where's that extra pip? On the outside. Check out the diamond. Can you see the way the ace of diamonds is pointing?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
It's pointed all.
It's pointed all different directions. Folks, I'm going to let you in on a little secret about cards. So I can look at these. Let's look at the seven here. See how the five are on the outside?
Yeah.
And the one is right there? On this ace, this actually is pointing out. If you look real closely, go pick out a deck. Go grab your diamonds. If you look real closely at a diamond, you'll see that they are not square. They are not symmetrical. They're bowed. And one side actually is bowed more than the other side. We'll put that right in. Now, you want to know the neatest part about all of this? One suit is reversed. Hearts are reversed. Notice all the other cards are pointed out that way.
Yeah.
Check this out. Look at the ace of hearts. Where does it point? To Greta, huh?
Yeah.
Points at Greta. Yeah. Look at the three. These extra two, where are they pointing? Back, but they're on the far side. Look at the seven. 5 pips point where?
Backwards.
Backwards. But what side is that extra pip on? That side. So that's just a little bit of card lore, a little bit of knowledge opening a deck and what we can expect to find. Now I want to show you something that we call finding order in chaos. And how do you suppose you start chaos off? With a deck of cards, Tori, what do you think you do to start chaos? Shuffle them. Because once we complete this shuffle, those cards are messed up, aren't they?
Yeah.
Absolutely they are. And so let's have just a little bit of chaos. Finding order in chaos. So we got these machines in the casino, and they were automatic shuffle machines. And you would load the decks of cards into the machines on the specialty games, and the machine would shuffle the cards, and we saw royal flush after royal flush after royal flush coming up. Those are big winning hands. $35,000 winning hands in a casino. If you're playing a game called Let It Ride. Because even though those machines were mixing up the cards very randomly, or so we thought, even though those machines held the decks that were never touched by human beings, the machine shuffled, the machine spat out the cards, all a dealer had to do was give a person their hand of cards. Now, here's where you get to do a job for me, all right? I want you to think, and when I finish dealing these cards out, I want you to choose two of these piles, okay? It can be any two. Can be this two. Okay? Can be this two. Okay? Can be this one and this one. Can be this one and this one. Okay? Can be any two you want. The minute that I lay the last card down right there, you tell me what two piles you choose, okay? Here we go. When I lay the last card down, this will be called Brad Has Mess. These two?
Yep.
All right. So, Tori, what I'm going to do is straighten these up a little bit. And I'm sorry, sweetheart, you said shuffle these two together?
No. I said these two.
These two.
This one and that one.
Never do magic for your grandkids, y'all. So these two.
Yes.
Shuffle them together. And do you realize that with that first shuffle that we did, remember the first shuffle? And when we laid them all out, that was like a second shuffle. And this will be like a third shuffle. How's that? Pretty good? I know it's pretty good. This will be another shuffle. Pretty good. That's how I know she really is practicing magic, when she can start dissing her grand-ass shuffles. Like, wow. And I'm going to give this a kind of a pretty good shuffle, too. How's that? Pretty good? Shut up. It's perfect. They're uneven. Yeah. Oh, I missed one. Oh, my God. Never doing magic for magical grandkids again. All right, so here we go. We've got that deck shuffled quite a few times, right?
Yeah.
Out of any order at all. We don't know what order they're in. Correct? Now, if I wanted to get to the middle, just the middle, 20 cards, how would I get to the middle 20 cards? How many do I pull off the top, and how many do I pull off the bottom to get to the middle 20 cards? Want me to help you out here? How many cards in a deck? 52. All right, 52 minus 20?
That would be 30.
32 divided by 2? 16. Yes. Don't tell me homeschooling's not working out for this girl. So that would mean to get to the middle 20, I got to pull 16 off the top and 16 off the bottom. Here we go. Count with me, lady. 1.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
There we go. 16. And that's the middle 20, isn't it? So
No.
check it out. Let's pull off the middle 20. 1, 2,
3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And bottom 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 16. Well, look, if there's 16 there and 20 there, there's 16 there, right? Absolutely. Now, let's check this out. The middle 20. How many times do you think we shuffle these cards? 5 times we shuffle these cards. And with those 5 times that we shuffled these cards, how well mixed up do you think they are? A lot mixed up? Would it be really cool, because I think it is, would it be really cool if these 20 cards, 10 of them were red and 10 were black? Exactly 10. Red. Exactly 10. Yeah? Okay, really cool. Check this out. Here we go. Count the black ones, okay? 1. I'll count the red ones. 1. 2.
2, 3,
3. 4.
4,
5.
5,
6,
7,
7, 8, 9. Oh, 9? 9, right? That means one of these better be red and one better be black, huh?
Yeah.
Exactly 10 and 10. 5 shuffles, exactly 10 and 10. Is that pretty cool?
Yeah.
If you like that, you may like this a whole lot. See that pile over there with the black 10 on it?
Yeah.
Did you flip it over? I'm going to flip over the pile with the red 9. Now, would you just show everybody that all those black?
Whoa.
All red, all black, out of a mini shuffle deck. Well, thank you, Blake. My grandson's over there going, yeah! So, thank you, Victoria. Have a seat. She's 11. Not quite ready for dating.
Sorry, Kobe.
Not sure we're ever going to let her date. But that's just a little cool thing. It's a lot longer in person when we do the demo for casino folks. But, wow, Chaos does have some order. You can find order all around you. No matter what's going on, there is always order. The universe provides order. Even if it looks like chaos, the universe provides us with order. And so, that's the show for tonight. I've got some decisions to make. Where do we go? That's right. Now,
She could shoot the monkey at the
she named the monkey Wow. What is Wow? What Wizard of
Wizard of
Wonder.
what? Wonders? Because you said we couldn't name him what we named him. We had to name him Wizard of something. But we did name him. His name is Abra Capuchin. Yeah, Abra Capuchin. You know what he does? Abra Capuchin's got a talent. Do you know what that talent is? Acrobat? No. He can fly.
No, not the Wandering Wiz.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Wandering Wiz. Hashtag Wandering Wiz on Facebook. I'm always getting in trouble. I don't know why that is. These kids seem to think that this guy has a persona. Like he's turned into some real person. So we've got to decide with this show where we're going to go from here, when we're going to go from here. Do we want to keep the same format? Or are we going to change the format up? What are we gonna look at? Excuse me. I want to do more magic. I want to do magic that's perfect for video. So we'll see where we go from here, right? And one thing that I always get in trouble with this wizard, the one thing that always gets me in so much trouble. Ow! Oh God, my beard! Ow! No! Help me, everybody! Help!